Hello everyone, I'm Raakhi Rupani, Communications Coordinator for BNI here in the UAE. And today the chapter whom we have on our spotlight is BNI Warriors. Now Warriors has achieved the platinum status just recently. And here we are, we're chatting with the President KD and the Treasurer Tanveen to hear more about their success story and about their journey here in BNI. So hello Warriors team, how are you all doing today?
Very good, Raakhi. Thank you so much for having us today here.
And welcome on board as well, Tanveen.
Thanks for having us.
So before we get started with the questions, and of course, we're missing Bipin, the Vice President of the chapter. So let's at least get started with both of you. It's great to have you all on board. Let's get to know each of you better, starting with Katie. Tell us about yourself and your company and what got you started in BNI.
Awesome. So I am the director of an online e-commerce portal, which is Wenik.com. It is a sister concern brand of our parent company, which is Safco Group of Companies. And we're a 27-year-old company that is into food service and distribution in Dubai. What got us or what got me into BNI is obviously my brother, who's been part of one of the chapters for about 8 years. And I got into BNI, and especially the Warriors, during the pandemic. So it was peak COVID times when everything had moved on to Zoom. And it was just easier to get onto Zoom and attend a meeting and understand. But through a Zoom meeting, I understood the vibe of the Warriors and BNI in general. And it was just lovely. So the first meeting I was a visitor. And the second meeting, I became a member. So it's been a good 1 year and 18 months that I've been part of the Warriors now, and it's a lovely journey.
That's amazing. And of course, we have the lovely Tanveen here. She also started the journey with Warriors in the pandemic. And you've been a BNI member before as well. So let us know about yourself, Tanveen.
So I'm Tanveen and I represent my company RGV Events and Weddings. I work with my mother, so it's a mother-daughter duo, who is running this company. And I have office in India, Dubai and Thailand. So what got me in BNI is basically I was in BNI Calcutta earlier. So when I moved here, I wanted to go, so I didn't want to enter BNI very soon. But I have a friend in Warriors who actually requested me to come as a visitor. And I love the energy of the chapter. And then that time KD was a visitor host. Again, his energy was next level and he convinced me as well to join the chapter. And I think within a month, I was a part of Warriors. So it's really good and the experience has been really good so far.
That's amazing. And of course, we have Bipin, who's not here with us today, Vice President for the Warriors chapter, again representing 3S Business Center, which is the category of business and corporation onshore. But let's get started with the questions to know each of yours industries as well as your chapter better. But before we get started, a big congratulations to all of you for getting the platinum status.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Raakhi.
Thank you.
We finally did it. And I think, if I'm not wrong, Warriors is the quickest to reach the platinum status.
I am sure about that. And it's been about a month that you have achieved. And I'm sure, and I've heard that you all have already celebrated this special occasion. Tell us about how was it and how did you guys celebrate?
Yes, of course we did. So we celebrated on the 20th of December, 2021. That was the last meeting of the year for the Warriors. It was great because we as a group of networking people were also celebrating Christmas and the end of year New Year's. So it was multiple celebrations together. We had people dressed up in different attires, different dress codes, and the best part, we had our national director Vijay Shah as well announcing this. So we planned it in a way that we have a couple of celebrations towards the end of the year, and this was one of it. And the best part was that none of the Warrior members except the leadership team knew about it, because we wanted everybody to be surprised in the room and come out of that surprise that this is what we've achieved. And a big thank you to all the previous LTs, the director consultants, ambassadors, for doing what they've done to keep our energies going and making us the platinum chapter. So yeah, we're really excited and looking forward for the journey ahead.
Sure, and you're making us proud. And again, Warriors is not a very old chapter, being quite new on the block and achieving platinum status so soon. Just for the benefit of the audience out here, platinum meaning achieving over 50 members and keeping that status on for 3 months minimum. And that's how you all have achieved the platinum status. How has this incredible journey been for you all, Katie, starting with you?
So like I said, it's been about a year and 18 months that I've been part of the Warriors. Warriors actually just been 3 years within the BNI circuit. The journey's been phenomenal. The kind of visibility that our business has got, the kind of visibility me as an individual has got has been great. The cross-chapter connects and references that come in is next level. And believe me or not, during peak COVID is when I joined BNI. And there was a lot of business coming in from the food industry that was referred to me, and it was just an eye-opener that how people from different industries are capable of connecting you to different places to get you that kind of business, and you know, the leap of faith that they take to actually get you those kind of connects. And the journey has been amazing. BNI has been part of my family as well for a very long time, and like I said, my brother's been there for so long. So it's an incredible journey, and it's good to be having a networking group where you can share your problems, share business, and you know, get some learning out of it.
Speaking about the family and speaking about the business, I believe even VNIC is quite a new entity and a feather to your hat in terms of the business length being in the region. Any
That's
moments
right.
you treasure with the business or with the chapter members that you would like to highlight and share with us?
So there are two amazing things, and like I said it, even in the RISE conference that we were asked to be interviewed for. WENIC is a BNI baby. It does originate from BNI a lot. There are a lot of suppliers, vendors, individuals, businesses that are associated with making WENIC where it is today. I won't take names because I might forget a few, but there have been at least 15 to 20 BNI members that have brought in not only their business ideas, but also their help and support to bring WENIC where it is. And then it's an incredible journey. BNI gives you that kind of platform where you can reach out to people from different industries. Also, when I joined BNI, the first week in, I got a connect through our general insurance category, Mr. Numan, for about 200,000 dirhams of cash business. And this was, believe me or not, peak COVID. And that's when I understood the power of BNI and the connects that these people bring along. And that gave me that kind of energy and joy to, you know, work more around BNI and try to help as much as I can to give my input to BNI.
That is amazing. Thank you for sharing that story with us. And speaking of stories and learnings, Tanveen, you have been a member in India starting from 2017 and then joining the Warriors in 2020. Let us know, what has your learning been from the past and how do you plan to take it forward with the Warriors?
So with BNI, you know, the best part about BNI is the networking. The network you make within the chapter or even the cross chapter, it really helps you a lot. So when I joined BNI, it was more about getting work done, not getting work for myself, you know, getting, you know, different vendors, suppliers. Being a wedding planner, when I'm recommending, say, for example, a photographer to a client, I need to give them multiple options. So getting one photographer each chapter was also like a icing on the cake for me. I could give trusted vendor contacts to my clients. So one thing that I've learned is networking really helps. Secondly, within BNI, you really can develop trusted vendors here. Because, you know, everyone does care about the reputation, and everyone does care about from one work you can get another lead, right? So the trust in the chapter within your, even when you make friends here. So getting work done from friends is also a very big example. They give you a better costing and they will go out of their way to do a little more for you. So these are the few learnings I've learned from BNI. And yes, so it's, but you know, one thing is there, since I moved from India to Dubai, that really helped me. I still get calls from India chapters for, since we have an office in India, right? So we do get calls for events in India. So there's visibility as well. So there have been a lot of learning. If I start talking about it, this will go on for a very long time.
Fantastic. Multiplied visibility for you out there, Tanveen. India and Dubai. Definitely, you'll have the third sector also open, which you mentioned, Thailand, right?
Yeah, we have office there.
You might very well start talking about Thailand giving you business as well in terms of BNI chapters out there soon. But that's a great story to share. Katie, you've now already been 3 months into the term as the president. I mean, what is your plan or vision going forward for the chapter? I mean, where do you see it in the next 12 months?
So first, the next 3 months, I mean, we're already into that phase now where we do the transition, but we're keeping the energy up high. We're trying to keep different things going on during the meeting. So, members, and I know Bipin wanted to say this during his interview questions, but, we wanted to create that kind of a fear of missing out FOMO moment in the meeting so that members actually come back week on week, excited, looking forward to different things in the meeting. And the next 12 months, we have a good bunch of 55 members now. We've covered most of the amazing industries. Amazing business has been being passed week on week. What we want to do now is obviously make sure the members within the chapter are happy. We get those couple of categories that are left filled out and enjoy this network of family, give business, get business, build our network and refer our members and make them grow tenfolds, and that is now where our outlook is. We've reached that phase where we've grown to a 3-year chapter with 55 odd members, and there's no looking back now. It's just growing from here on.
Wow, that's amazing. And speaking of FOMO, Katie, how do you guys keep your chapter engaged? Any tips you can share with any other chapter members from other chapters who are watching this video?
So there's a reason why we're called the Warriors, because we don't let out too much of what we do. But yeah, just to give a couple of tips to the members or to the new or other chapters within BNI, we keep our energy up high at all times, and we make sure our pre-networking is top notch, and we make sure we're excited from the minute the first member enters till we all finish our breakfast. So we've kept our energy high. We do different kind of things, like right in the middle of the call outs, we stop and we do a wellness challenge wherein we either do yoga or some kind of dance to keep people awake and entertained during the meeting. We do amazing call outs, and that's what Warriors known for since the beginning. And we do the call outs in a very unique and different way. And these are small things that, keep the energy up and going during the meeting. And that's when members look forward to coming on week and week, and other new visitors joining in as members for us. And that's how I think we've been able to get the platinum status and maintain it as well.
That's fantastic. Tanveen, would you like to add something?
I would just like to add that, of course, what Katie said is right, but even adding to this point that KD's energy is really high. He's the president. He will feel really good about this, but his energy is so good while the meeting is on that I think people who are sleepy also will wake up. And every visitor who's left the chapter has always said this, that the energy of the chapter is really good. So I think we should thank KD for that. And of course, the members. So yes, that's all I have to say.
I must recommend members from other chapters to come and visit the Warriors and check out KD's energy levels then. But something that I have also heard about what the Warriors started off, I think during these interesting online times, was the business showers. Can any one of you stress some light on that as well, please?
So I think the business showers started last term when I was the event coordinator. So to give you a brief idea about business shower is basically we focus on one member, and the member basically will call all of us, they invite the other members to come and visit their office or the warehouse, or if they have a store. So the event team actually, leads this, and we invite the other members to come and experience what exactly does that member do. Because, in the 30 seconds, weekly 30 seconds, you can't say much about your business. Mm-hmm. And if someone is dealing with product or any particular, like for example, Vainik, we didn't know what kind of products KD has, right? So in his business shower, we got to know so much about the products and how the products are maintained in a particular temperature, etc. So therefore, that is really helping the members as well to, kind of tell everyone what they exactly do more in detail. So that's about the business shower in short. KD, would you like to add something if I missed out anything here?
No, of course. I mean, you've given the gist of what it is. Just to give another aspect of it, we were in those interesting times, and we Warriors started calling the pandemic the interesting times. And we were in that phase where, business was down for 90% of the chapter. The motivation levels were a little low. The best thing that we could do within the chapter, within the group, was obviously to make sure that, everybody is still at it and has that hope of things will get better. It has to get better. Anything that goes down has to come back up eventually. So kudos to the events team. They planned this out, and the sense of having 15-20 people in your warehouse, in your office, understanding your business, allotting you that 1.5 hours of time wherein they are there to understand your business more than take care of their problems. That's what was the most impressive part, wherein members were happy to come in, listen, help, and vice versa. We would do the same when we would go to their business showers. And then we used to do like a certain activity towards the end of the business shower where we could, print out a form and say, write down referrals for us or give us names or contacts and stuff like that. And that really helped the members, and it also brought that bond in between the Warrior members. And that's something I think we continue to do in our term as well. We've started doing that again. And it's been a good ride. It's a good idea, and a lot of other chapters have taken that idea
doing it.
And
Yes,
it
of course. But we all know that it originated from the Warriors.
Yes, of course.
So I know that you guys are 3 months into the role, and we surely are going into the new term very soon. There are a lot of new members watching this video, as well as there are other chapter members or other members in general or in different chapters thinking of taking up roles. Any tips you would like to share with them, sharing from your experience about how people should take up roles, or what would you like to say, both of you, one by one, starting from KD?
I would actually want to give this platform to Tanveen first to answer, and then I'm going to take it. So Tanveen, go ahead.
Thanks, KD. So if you want to take up the role, it actually does give you visibility, but just you have to make sure you take out enough time. If you are the one who can manage time well, especially with my role, you need to manage money very well, right? So it's very important that you can manage money and time both very well. And therefore, this role is suitable for you then. This is all I have to say, because it's not been difficult for me at all. Just that when I took up this role, it was my season time, but I still managed it because I really know how to manage time and money both. So for me, it was easy. It wasn't that tough. And plus, both my fellow members, KD and Bipin, have been really supportive. So for me, it's been really good. Also, if you have a great team like ours, your entire process, the entire journey being the LT will be fun.
And I'm sure there's a lot of learning that you all take back to your own companies as well, right? Anything you would like to add, KD?
Of course, coming from that point to what Tanveen said, taking a leadership role or any other role in BNI is amazing. I was part of visitor host team. I was the lead visitor host, and then I got to become the president. Brings in great responsibility, brings in great visibility, and like they say, with power comes great responsibility. So you got to be not working for yourself or thinking for yourself, but you got to be thinking of 54 other people who look forward to be seeing you and the way you conduct things every week morning that we do our meetings on. But like what Tanveen said, if you have the right kind of team, and especially members who are taking up roles in the leadership team, if you have the right team to work around with you, it will just make things a lot more easier. Yes, you do need to allot time, but then if you have responsible members taking care of their own roles, it just gets easier. From the president all the way down till our social media team or our events team, every member has been amazing in terms of taking in their roles. So big thank you to all of them who are taking in roles in our term for the Warriors. And like I said, a big thank you to my partner in crime, Bipin and Tanveen. We call them that. within the Warriors, because if one falls, the other picks him up really easily, even during the meetings, because it is a big responsibility. But at the same time, it's a lot of fun. So I would love to take it up again, maybe, but not after this term, but the next term, for sure, for sure.
So I hear a lot of delegation, coordination, teamwork, communication. It's a lot of things which I am having to take back, but thank you so much for all your sharings, both of you. And a big congratulations once again to the chapter for achieving the platinum status. And I wish you all the very best in the next milestone for achieving in Warriors, and all the best to you all for everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Raakhi. Thank you. And once again, thank you to you and BNI for having us here and giving us this platform to share our experiences. And one last thing before we leave, like you said, those are the kind of responsibilities and learnings we take back to our businesses and try to work our things around as well. So once again, thank you so much for having us. And Bipin, we missed you, man.
Definitely missed you. And pleasure is all ours. It's great to have you all with us today. Thank you.